Hi everyone, I'm Kelly. We're here today to do a restorative yoga practice for grief. Today's practice is more for those of you who are feeling tender right now, feeling a little protective of your heart. That can be those of you who are newly grieving. That can be those of you who are at the anniversary of something that has caused you grief. That can be for those of you who are years out of grief. Not out of grief, you're never really out of grief, right? But for those of you who have been going through grief for years and suddenly it feels tender again. It's October right now when I'm filming this. October for me is a very tender month. It's the month both my parents died. It's been years for both of them. And I still feel October in my bones. I could be somewhere where I didn't know the time of month it is or time of year that it is, and I would still know it's October because I can feel it. So today's practice is an opportunity to give your heart a little extra love, a little extra protection. If you're looking for something more in the way of, I'd really kind of like to start opening up my heart again. I'd like to open it up to the universe, let it know that I need it to start healing. I just need to be more open. Then I would choose the other restorative yoga practice in this group. That one's got heart openers in it that are allowing your heart to open up to the sky a little more. This one's going to be a lot more closed in. So restorative yoga is slow. It is all about props and being comfy in poses. And really all we're doing today is a breathing practice, a couple of poses, and a unique shavasana at the end. But it's going to take a little bit of time. So the goal here today is to allow yourself to rest and restore. That's the whole point of restorative yoga, correct? So I would like you to have as many of your props. You can see I got props, however you're using them. So you may have yoga props, you may have blankets, books, pillows of your own at home, whatever it is that you have available to you. We are going to use props today to really support ourselves in these poses. So I want you to have as much available to you as you can, okay? I'm going to start on my meditation pillow. You do not have to have a meditation pillow. You can use a regular pillow. You can use blankets. You can sit on a block. But you'll see when I sit on this pillow, it lifts my hips up. It raises me up. My hips are above my knees, a lot higher in the video. This allows you to sit up straighter for a longer period of time. So whatever you can do to lift your hips up a little bit, do that. Whatever you've got available to you, okay? So we're going to start with some diaphragmatic breathing. Diaphragmatic breathing is something that sometimes when we're grieving, we stop thinking about. That deep breath. Energetically, grief is sort of stored in the lungs. And so sometimes if you really spend enough time thinking about your breath, you notice you can't get a deep breath when you are deep in grief. So we're going to work on allowing your body to get that big, deep breath in its body right now. And ideally, we do a few of these now, and it feels as though you can do those more in your daily life, one or two at a time. We're going to do several, 10 today. You don't need to do 10 every day. But it is a nice opportunity to think about stopping now and then and allowing your body to have that nice, deep breath. So I'm going to do one, and then we'll do them together, you going at your own pace. To start, we want to put our right hand on our belly and our left hand on our heart. And then I'm going to take a nice, deep breath in through my nose and out through my mouth. So on that inhale, my belly expands, my collarbone expands, my rib cage opens up. And on the exhale, my belly draws inward, my collarbone releases, my ribs relax, and the body lets go. So we're going to do 10 of these together. You're going to do them at your own pace. I'm going to recommend you close your eyes. You do not have to if that does not feel safe to you. You are in your own space. I am going to close mine. So if you keep yours open, you'll just watch me do this with my eyes closed. All right? So here we go. Slowly and at your own pace. Okay, so now you can return to your natural breath. Open your eyes if you had them closed. I want you to just stop for a moment and see how you feel. See how your lungs feel, having an opportunity to fill up with some air that maybe they haven't had in a while. And just see how your body feels after having some nice deep breaths. So I'm going to remove this meditation pillow out from under me. You can do the same with whatever you're sitting on. And then I'm going to bring my bolster in. I'm going to have a blanket. I don't know that I'm going to use my blanket, but I might. And we're going to get into a supported extended child's pose. I like extended child's pose more than regular child's pose, but if you prefer the regular child's pose where you're more in knees in position and arms to your side, you are welcome to do that. I believe that the extended child's pose is a little more supportive, but it depends on your body and what works in your body, right? So extended child's pose, our knees are out kind of towards the edge of the mat, toes touching, and then we bring our hips back onto your feet if you can get them there. And we're going to pull this bolster in. You can put another blanket on top of it if you've got a big pillow or whatever you're using. As much as you want available to you, it's going to bring the earth up to you. Some of you are going to need it higher. Some of you are going to be happy with it lower. But I would like you to have something. Don't just do it directly on the floor, preferably. And then all we're going to do is lean into whatever you've got. I'm going to stop for a second and say to y'all, you can stay where you are. I keep my hair down in restorative yoga. If you have long hair and you want it up, by all means, you can put it up. Today's restorative yoga is mostly forward facing, so having your hair in a ponytail probably would work. A lot of restorative yoga is on our backs, and so for me that does not work because I don't want to have the ponytail on the back of my head. I actually like, especially in supportive poses like this, and especially when I'm doing a protective kind of practice, having my hair fall across my face actually feels a little supportive. And maybe in a video where I'm teaching, it feels a little weird, but I'm doing this with you, right? And so I'm gonna leave my hair down. I have a band on my wrist, I always do in case I change my mind. But for today's practice, I'm gonna leave it down. So you're gonna see my hair in my face a little bit. You do what makes you feel comfortable, all right? So we're gonna fall into this restorative pose. I don't want you clenching whatever you're on. You can hug it a little bit, but not clench it, all right? And if you have a hood like mine, I just looked, you could do this. I'm gonna leave mine down, but do whatever makes you feel as cozy and comfortable as possible. We're gonna stay with our head turned to one side. I have my head turned to the right now. You can have your head turned either way. Halfway through, we're gonna switch it to the other side. So just stay as comfortable and at ease, have your shoulders drop. And with all restorative yoga, if as we're moving our way through the time, you need to adjust, please do. If you're staying in a pose and it's making you uncomfortable, the restoration process of it is not going to happen. So please adjust so that you are comfortable. This can be kind of rough on your knees. And if that's the case, you can always put a blanket. You can lift yourself up higher so that you're not as far back and as tight on your knees. You can use blankets, you can use blocks so that you're actually sitting up a little bit. You can put an extra block here. Whatever feels better so that you are getting more support and can hold the pose for a longer period of time. All right, now let's get next. You've probably been sitting there this whole time, right? Going, okay, no, let's do it. While you're in the pose, still lots of deep breaths. Preferably, close your eyes, but again, you're in your own space, and I sometimes go back and forth between eyes closed and eyes open, especially when I'm in a protective space. So whatever feels right to you, and I will cue you when it's time to shift your head to the other side. Okay, so we're going to switch our head to the other side. Before you do anything, I just want you to do this in a very slow fashion. So we're going to move our arms back a little bit and push ourselves up. We're actually going to come all the way to a hands and knees position. To let your knees sort of rest for a minute. Your ankles stretch out, feet stretch out. And then you can readjust with your knees out, your toes touching. Come back up. And then we're going to do the exact same thing, head turned to the opposite side. All right? And you continue to take nice deep breaths. No clenching, but you can hug a little, as long as it's not this big tight hug. Whatever makes you feel comfortable. I don't want you using muscles, right? The goal is rest and restore. All right, so we're going to come out of this pose the same way. You're going to bring your arms back and slowly, slowly, slowly push yourself back up. Bring your knees in. Allow your ankles to stretch, your body to adjust back into or out of child's pose. We're going to leave this bolster here because we're going to use it again into the next pose we're going to do. I'm going to remove the blanket right now. And so I do kind of want you to get into this position that I sort of fell into, where you're bringing your hip up next to your bolster or blanket or pillows or whatever you have here that you were leaning on for child's pose. And we're going to do a supported side twist. It's not a deep twist. It's just a nice, supported, small twist of your body. So hip against the bolster, and then you're going to lean into the bolster. One arm back here, one arm in front. You're going to bring the top leg up and the bottom leg out. And I'm going to bring this blanket in between my legs so that I've got some support. You don't have to do that. You actually could use a block. If you want to use a block to bring your knee up on, you can do that. That gives, that depends on how it feels on your lower back, right? So again, it's supposed to be nice and supportive. You're supposed to be able to sit here. I don't know why I keep saying supposed to. This is the goal of restorative yoga, is to allow your body to be supported. So let it be as supported as you want it to be. Again, you're not hugging or clenching, but you can hold on to this bolster, sort of give it a little hug. In this position especially, my heart is nice and supported and surrounded and feels safe. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to do some deep breathing while we hold this pose. And about halfway through, we're going to do the exact same thing, and we're going to completely switch to the other side. If you need to readjust at any point to stay comfortable and allow your body not to be using muscle, please do that. Okay, so we're going to switch to the other side. I'm going to do this very slowly. I am going to take the pillow out from under my knees. And I'm going to slowly rise myself back up into that sitting position where I started. Take a deep breath. And I'm going to switch. So my back is going to turn to you. I'm going to bring this blanket with me for the other side. I'm going to switch so that my other hip is up against this bolster. And I'm going to turn and allow myself to drape over the bolster. Bring my top leg up, my bottom leg down. I'm putting the blanket in between. Adjust as much as you need to make yourself comfortable. And then go back to your nice deep breathing. And allow your body to continue to rest. Okay, I'm gonna come out of this pose, same way we did last time, very slowly. Push myself up. Bring my blanket out. I'm gonna turn back over to face all of you. And I'm gonna leave my bolster here because we're gonna use it again. I don't know about you, but twists make me cry when I'm feeling tender. So there may be some tears in restorative yoga for grief, or restorative yoga for anything really, but certainly restorative yoga for grief. So on that note, I'm gonna pull my pillow, sorry. I've got a big pillow here. I'm gonna put here. We are gonna do Shavasana on our sides. Very supportive, okay? So, I've got the pillow. I'm going to bring all of my blankets over and my blocks, because I don't really know what I'm gonna need. I do know I'm going to do this. If you have a cozy blanket or a warm blanket that you like that makes you feel good, I'm gonna put it, I don't want the tag up there. How about you? I want the tag away from my head. I'm gonna put it down on my mat under my pillow. So I'm gonna wrap myself up in this once we get set, all right? You do what you wanna do, but I want you to take, so first, let's get in the pose. Let's lay down on our sides, and we're basically doing a fetal position, okay? So our legs are up. I am gonna hug this bolster, sort of like a body of some sort, which also makes me feel a little weepy. And I'm going to take a blanket in between my legs, and I'm gonna pull my legs up. Now, the one thing I'm not really gonna be able to do is wrap myself maybe as well as I wanted to, but I am gonna cover my feet. Oh, that's perfect. That's exactly what I need. And I'm going to get as cozy as I can, where I'm not cutting off circulation. And I'm gonna actually put my hair back there a little bit. It doesn't want to be in my face right now. We're gonna hold this supported side Shavasana for about 10 minutes. So I want you to be as comfortable as you possibly can be. And again, if at any point in time, like right now, I want to adjust a little bit, adjust. Ideally, you close your eyes, but again, you get to make that decision for you. And just allow yourself to settle in and rest. Your mind may have been wandering through all these poses. There may be a lot of feelings. Let them come. They're all okay. If the tears flow, let the tears flow. Keep your heart nice and safe and protected. Mine feels very safe and protected right now, which feels very good. And continue to take those nice deep breaths. Make sure you're not holding or clenching anywhere. Let your body rest and restore. Okay, we're going to slowly come out of this lovely pose. So you can unwrap yourself. Now, if you're planning on going straight into Yoga Nidra, you're going to get onto your back, and you can have all this stuff still here to make that as comfortable as possible. If you're planning on ending here, you can come out of this with me. I'm going to slowly move my props out of the way. And unravel and slowly move myself up to sitting. I hope you feel similar to how I feel right now, where my body feels supported, my heart feels very supported, feels protected, it feels honored. And so in saying that, I'm going to bring my hands up to my heart. You can bring your hands onto your heart. And the grief tender in me, and truly the griever in me, honors the griever in you. And I thank you for joining me today. Be kind to yourself and be well. To prepare for this Yoga Nidra, begin by lying down and getting comfortable. Ideally, you are lying on a supportive wool blanket, but any item you feel comfortable lying on for an extended period of time is fine. As this is a time of grief, it is of utmost importance that you tend to your body, heart, and soul. In this Yoga Nidra, we will be lying in Shavasana, or corpse pose. Although this is a calm, resting pose, it can also feel somewhat vulnerable. Lying on your back with your heart open to the sky may feel tender. You may want to have a warm, cozy blanket to cover yourself for more comfort. As in all Yoga Nidra, a yoga bolster under your knees and a pillow under your head may also make you feel more at ease. Additionally, a weighted eye pillow can help you transition into a sacred space awareness. As you settle into Shavasana, you'll want your body straight from head to toe, with your arms and legs equal distance from one another. Your palms should be turned upward unless you're more comfortable with them turned down. Adjust your body and clothing one last time, making yourself completely comfortable before your practice of Yoga Nidra begins. After this final adjustment, you will remain totally still for the remainder of this session, not even lifting a finger. Total stillness is a must for Yoga Nidra. We will be systematically helping each dimension of your body to sleep. Each time the physical body is moved, you must start over again at the physical dimension. A comfortable setup is the foundation of your Yoga Nidra practice. You want to remain awake as well as relaxed and functioning only on the levels of listening and feeling for the entire session. This is your time to rest. You've earned this. Perhaps now, make a mental note to set aside anything that's on your mind. You can come back to any of that later. Right now, there is nothing you need to do. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, let go of any urge you have to do. Let go of any urge to do something. Allow yourself to simply
be. The anxious mind resists when asked to become quiet, and yet the grieving heart craves to be heard. Take another breath in, and as you exhale, tell any anxiety or fear that it is not invited into your yoga nidra space. This is your time. You may begin to notice your body relaxing and softening. Be aware of the sensations of relaxation. Now, begin the process of becoming aware of your senses, then letting them rest too. Become aware of any scent in the room. Take deep breaths, noticing any scent in the room. Now, notice scents closer to you. The scent of your clothing, your hair, the scent within your nostrils. Now, allow your sense of smell to rest. We'll move awareness to visualization. Picture the room you're in, the ceiling, the walls, anything in the room, the floor, the space surrounding you. Now, allow your sense of sight to rest. Feel the texture of the props you're using, the item you are lying on, the texture of your clothing. Now, allow your sense of touch to rest. Become aware of sounds. Begin with the sounds far away. Now become aware of sounds closer in, within the room. Now, be aware of the closest sound, the sound of your body breathing. Be aware of your body breathing. There's nothing to do. No need for concentration. Just effortless awareness. Feel all your experiences slowing down. All your experiences becoming more and more tranquil and effortless. Yoga Nidra has now begun. If you have a sankalpa, allow it to arise in your awareness now. If you don't have your own sankalpa, you can use the affirmation, "I am protected and my heart is healing," or any other statement that feels right to you today. Allow the feeling of the sankalpa to grow. Feel it filling your soul, like being wrapped in a warm, soft blanket on a cold day. With confidence, repeat your sankalpa 3 times mentally now. You can be certain your sankalpa is already working its magic from deep within you. You are manifesting your soul's desire and bringing a sense of ease to your body, heart, and spirit. Moving awareness into the body. Moving awareness from point to point. Begin by bringing your awareness to the right hand. the right hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and fifth finger. The palm of the hand, back of the hand, the right wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, and armpit. The right side hip, thigh, back of the thigh, right kneecap, back of the knee, ankle, heel, sole of the right foot, top of the foot, right big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. The whole right side of the body. Now bring your awareness to the left hand thumb, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, and fifth finger. Palm of the hand, back of the hand, left wrist, lower arm, elbow, upper arm, shoulder, and armpit. Left side hip, thigh, back of the thigh, left kneecap, back of the knee, shin, calf muscle, ankle, heel, sole of the left foot, top of the foot, left big toe, second toe, third toe, fourth toe, and fifth toe. The whole left side of the body. Bring your awareness to the crown of the head, the forehead, the right eyebrow, left eyebrow, the center of the brows, right eyelid and left eyelid, the right eye, left eye, right ear, left ear, the nose, tip of the nose, upper lip, lower lip, right cheek, left cheek, and the chin. Now, bring your awareness to the throat. Right collarbone, left collarbone, right chest muscle, left chest muscle, the sternum, abdomen, and the navel. Now, the major groups of body parts, starting with the whole right leg, whole left leg, both legs together, the whole right arm, whole left arm, both arms together, the whole of the back, buttocks, spine, and shoulder blades, the whole of the front, abdomen, and chest. The whole of the front and back sides of the body together. The whole body together. Become aware of the breath. No need to change the breath in any way. Just observe the breath. Notice on the inhalation, cool air coming in through the nostrils. Cool air streaming in through the nostrils with each inhalation. Move awareness to just the left nostril. Feel cool air coming in through the left nostril with each inhalation. Now, follow an inhalation through the left nostril, and as you exhale, feel that you exhale through the right nostril. Inhale cool air through the left nostril, and exhale warm air through the right nostril. Cool air streaming in the left, warm air going out the right. Cooling the body through the breath. Cool air in the left nostril, warm air out the right. Now inhale through the right nostril. Feel cool air coming in through the right nostril with each breath in. Now follow an inhalation through the right nostril, and as you exhale, feel that you exhale through the left nostril. Inhale cool air through the right nostril, and exhale warm air through the left nostril. Cool air streaming in the right, warm air going out the left. Cooling the body through the breath. Cool air in the right nostril, warm air out the left. If it feels comfortable and relaxing, keep watching your breath this way, alternating nostrils. Or if you prefer, simply focus on just the left nostril. Now, accessing the subconscious mind with symbols to stimulate a sense of tranquility, ease, safety, and rest. There's nothing you need to do. Symbols will be mentioned. Simply be aware of anything that rises, either from memory or imagination, watching with detached awareness. A dove. A flickering candle. A rainbow. A fallen tear on a loved one's cheek. A lone feather on the ground. Steam from a warm cup of tea. A field of wildflowers. The setting sun over a still lake. And now, if you have a sankalpa, allow it to arise in your awareness. If you don't have a sankalpa, you can use "I am protected and my heart is healing," or the statement you chose earlier. Allow the feeling of your sankalpa to grow. Feel it refreshing your soul like a cool ocean breeze flowing over you. With confidence, repeat your sankalpa, or "I am protected and my heart is healing," 3 times mentally now. You can be certain your sankalpa is already working its magic from deep within you. You are manifesting your soul's desire and bringing a sense of ease to your body, heart, and spirit. There's nothing else you need to do. You can feel at ease knowing your sankalpa is already manifesting. Take a moment now to sink into that sense of comfort and safety. Comfort and safety at your heart center. Rest your consciousness at the heart center for the next minute. If your mind wandered, become aware of your heart center. Bring awareness to your heart center. Feel your body breathing. Feel your chest rising and falling. Notice the texture of any props you're using or clothing you're wearing. Picture the room you're in, the space around you, the floor, the walls, the ceiling. Know that your Yoga Nidra practice is nearing the end. Take a couple of deep breaths and notice any scent in the room. Take deep breaths, noticing any scent in the room. Yoga Nidra is now complete. Move your body in any way that feels good to you. Stretch, roll your ankles and wrists, Perhaps draw your knees into your chest. Whatever feels loving to your body right now. When you're ready, roll to your right side. Take a few deep breaths here, bringing consciousness back into your day. Holding on to any sensation of comfort, of safety, of ease, of rest from your practice today. Now, taking your time and keeping your eyes closed, move slowly up to a sitting posture. Any posture that feels good in your body. There's no rush. Sitting in comfort, safety, and ease, take a deep breath in and a long breath out. If you like, mentally repeat your sankalpa, or I am protected and my heart is healing, one more time, keeping it top of mind. We'll finish with a chant of Om one time. You can join in or simply listen and feel the vibrations. Take a deep breath in. Om. When you're ready, slowly open your eyes.